Why? Should
Am
we go and come back? Oh.
Oh my
there
God. I don't know how to do these kinds of things. So I was like, oh my God, how do I?
You look gorgeous. You're going to do just fine. I'm so excited to have you, first of all. Let me pin some things. First of all, I totally slipped my mind that half your products are made here in Portugal.
Are. There.
Oh, excuse me.
I got it.
Look at this. This was the original. This was the original style. And when you launched, I remember I was probably like a lot heavier pre-divorce, and it just snatched me in. And now I'm down a size. I used to wear medium, now I'm a small. And it literally, I wear these suits everywhere. I wear them as clothes. I was walking around the city, and
it has you. I got good little suction. The fabric is really, it has a lot of hold. So yeah, you know, for me, it's all about the female form. So it accentuates.
Yes. And people are like asking, like, we'll answer questions too, but let's go really back. Like, people always go, how do you know her? And I'm like, we met at an event, and I didn't want to bother you. You're like the supermodel. It was your event, and you came up to me and you're like, I like all of this going on, the Chanel bag and whatever I was wearing. And then we just became friends. We exchanged phone numbers.
You had your account, the bag snob. I was like, who is this lady? Yes. And like everything where I was like, I need this. I think I even bought jewelry like after seeing you wearing it.
Yes, you did. The jewelry. That's right. Let me pin some. My phone just fell off. Sorry, guys. A little technical error. And then this was before you had kids, before you gave birth to 2 boys, and before you gave birth to Tropic of Sea. So I'm going to pin what I'm wearing. How many things can we pin?
Both so really been hustling since then.
We have. We're single moms.
And you with your skincare, I mean, it's really funny. I had drinks with some friends last night, and I was like, I gotta go home. I gotta like look fresh tomorrow. My friend was like, oh, you're doing a live with Tina. I followed her since she had her account, The Bag Snob. Her products are amazing. And I was like, oh yeah, my God, me too. I've been like her for a long time. And yeah, in general, the products, like, thank you for sending them to me. They're amazing. I'm like, restock.
You were one of my first original. Candy's so sweet, because we've known each other for years. And when she launched Tropic of Sea, came to Dallas, and I hosted her launch. And then when I launched mine in New York, Candy hosted my launch. It's like, I just love all of my group of amazing female supporting friends. And remember when I gave you the first sample of resurfacing compound, and you were in my car, and you said, let me start with my chest and I'll move up to this face, because this is like her money maker, right?
Girl, the glow. I'm like watching your stories. I'm like, what is this woman doing? And like the products, because I don't have a lot of time. So, you know, it's so important to have products that like really work, and it just makes it so much more simple.
So let's talk about that. Like your beauty routine on a typical day when you first wake up. Not even beauty. What do you do? Because people want to look like you. I want to look like you.
I'm like here to ask you your tips, but
you go first.
I mean, I keep it really simple. Cleanse, tone, moisturize. I'm a psycho with the SPF, because in Miami, you know, it's really hard to stay out of the sun. And I spent so many years working in the sun, like from sunrise to sunset. And like after 30, you really have to start, you know, taking care. And then I use, religiously, I use your resurfacing compound. I feel that really works and helps you know, any coloration. Yes. I mean, there was a time I was putting that all over my body. You said,
I know. I remember. Oh, wait, what happened to my sound? Did we lose sound? Can you guys hear us? Okay. My sound was
there's
gone for a
people
minute.
calling me. I'm like, don't you know I'm on a live?
I know. I put do not disturb. But what about, like, what do you eat? Also, you know, we have codes. Let me put up the codes. If you want to order Tropic of C, the code for 20% off is TOC times UB, and that's a code just for you guys here today. And then on U Beauty, there's a UB20 TOC.
Saying that I'm muted.
You,
is that true?
You're muted? No, I can hear you. You were muted. When someone tries to call, it'll mute you for like a second because it thinks you're trying to answer a call. So now I'm going to put on the resurfacing compound. Well, just for you, guess what I'm doing? It's a secret I'm only going to reveal here. I'm making a full body compound just for you. Extra strength. Extra strength,
yeah,
like
started
insanity.
With the arm sculpt, right?
Yes. So the arm sculpt is totally different because this like actually tightens the skin. Can you guys hear me still? Are we muted again? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, so weird.
Us again.
Candy, can you hear me?
Amateur with these lives. This is the second live I've done. I did one with a friend, but it was in Portuguese. So this is like officially my first live.
Well, we could have done this in Portuguese. I'm in Portugal. I love, this is like some of our followers may not know this, but Candy is fluent in Portuguese. What other languages do you speak?
Portuguese and English. Yeah.
And that's enough. And so what do you eat? Like, what are the things that you eat that you think really helps your skin? That's your must. Like, what are your top 3 foods that you can, like, someone can do a takeaway, start eating it right away, wake up looking like you tomorrow?
I mean, I have, like, my diet isn't really that complicated. You know, I have naturally, I'm really skinny, so I have to work hard on eating a lot of protein and carbs as well to like keep a body, because I feel better when I have, you know, thighs and a butt. So I basically have to like drink mass gaining protein shakes to like.
No, it's true. People don't realize it goes both ways. And some people are always, they always think, oh, I weigh too much. But there are people who don't want to be so thin because they don't feel healthy. They don't feel their best. And for you, you have,
you know, like
extra.
if I'm stressed for like half an hour, I've like lost 5 pounds, you know. And then there's people that are the opposite way. But it's really, for me, I feel better like with good ingredients. I have more energy. So I basically, you know, eat whatever my babies eat. We have always rice and beans in the house, which is like a very Brazilian thing. So, you know, typical lunch would be rice, beans, salad, and a protein. And yeah, I just basically give my body whatever I'm craving.
And you cook a lot because you're always asking me for recipes, and you cook for your kids. I
cook,
love that you
I
do
don't
that
cook
too.
a lot. It depends like where I am in life. Like to cook, I have to be in a very calm space, and it's kind of like a little bit of therapy. But my dream is like to have my own vegetable garden. I have like, you know, my herbs, and I grow arugula and stuff like that in Miami. So I like to have things that I've seen grow, and I'm feeding my body with things I know where they come from. So that's definitely a big dream of mine, to be able to grow and cook my own produce. But
that's my thing. I was in North Carolina on a farm for 7 days, and she had like a grocery store. She had just the freshest kale and the cauliflower and broccoli and lettuce and green beans and snap peas and berries and fruits and everything. I was like, oh my God,
came from,
this
because
is the dream.
I grew up on a farm in South Africa, and my mom's vegetable garden was like the size of a football field. And there's a funny story that when I would go for sleepovers at friends, she would force me to take a basket like full of fresh produce. And like as a little girl, I used to think it was so embarrassing to have to do that. And now, like as an adult, I'm like, oh my God, that would be like the dream. Somebody just showing up with a basket of like fresh produce from the farm.
Right. Someone just asked, can Candice speak Afrikaans? Please settle this once and for all.
I cannot speak Afrikaans anymore. I grew, in South Africa, there's so many different languages, and English, you either grow up English or Afrikaans. So half of my family is Afrikaans and half is English. And I grew up speaking English at home. I would speak like basic Afrikaans with my Oma and Opa, which is grandfather and grandmother in Afrikaans. But I left when I was 15, and if you never hear the language, I lost it, most of it. I think if I lived in South Africa again, I would be able to pick it up, because I strangely can pick up language pretty easily. I mean, I understand, but I don't speak anymore. And it's kind of a big shame to my name, because Swanepoel is the most Afrikaans last name that, yeah, it's kind of like, there's many Swanepoels, by the way. It's kind of like the Jones of South Africa.
Okay.
So people meet me, and if they're Afrikaans, they start speaking Afrikaans to me, because my last name is Afrikaans. So sorry.
And they speak it. And someone asked, what do you think you'll do a fashion show ever for Tropic Sea? You guys, I'm just pinning random things that I love. Like everything on this live are bathing suits I love, and I highly recommend this bathing suit, especially. This is what I have with me in Portugal. It is the sexiest cup with the underwear. What I love about Tropic of Sea is as a mother, I don't want to like wear something and worry that I'm going to dive in a pool and my kid's there with his friends and my bathing suit's going to fall. And Tropic of Sea not only holds you in, it actually stays on you. And these are so sexy. This one I wore all this morning when I was at the pool, and I love how it holds me. Like, what was the inspiration for this look?
I wanted to add some more structured pieces, because initially, I design everything basically for myself. I'm like, what do I want to wear this summer? But the demand for different styles and different colors. So those are our new structured bras, and it just holds you in and creates the curves. For me, like the most important thing, I start with color stories. I'm constantly being inspired by different things and saving inspiration images, and that's kind of how I start a collection, with a vibe and a concept, and then I take it to my team. We look at different fabrics and colors and make a color story that fits with the styles. I love different patterns and textures, because a lot of the suits are just very simple and classic.
Right. And the bottoms too are always, people think they're cut too high, but I love it high because that's what you taught me this. You said it elongates your leg.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, it does.
I mean,
just
you know,
enough coverage.
Fit is the most important thing. Like, you are on the beach, you want to feel sexy,
right.
but still that everything is held in, you know, like our fabric, the
right.
hold is really important to me. So when we get samples in, I'm trying them on and evolving it constantly. But yeah, so I mean, the classic pieces, like the everyday bikinis, they look small, really hold you in, and you can kind of them to
yes
your body shape. So I like to wear them super high because that's just the way it fits my hips and curve. But you can wear them, you know, if people, you know, now it's cool that everything's low cut and you tie it to
right.
how your body is.
Yeah, because it's very stretchy. That's what I noticed too. And depending on, you know, because for me, my weight fluctuates up and down because I'm in Portugal eating nata every single day. I had no idea those dim sum Chinese egg tarts actually came from Portugal because of Macau.
Girl,
I had like 10 of those yesterday.
So stressful. So
I know. But you know what though? The walking in Portugal, like up the hills, down the hills, I can eat all I want. And I love I'm seeing everyone sitting on their wish list. There's someone saying that the code doesn't work. Can you please DM You Beauty directly or DM Tropic of Sea, and then someone from our teams will respond and help you with your codes. So the codes I just posted earlier, it was, let me tell you again, it was UB20TOC for You Beauty, and then for Tropic of Sea is TOC times UB, and that's going to give you 20% off everything on the site just for you guys here today. And someone else asked if you will ever do a fashion show. Oh, they want beauty tips. Okay, they want beauty tips from you. They want to know what makeup you wear. Like, walk us through your makeup routine. Like, what do you start with?
Actually, so I'm like last minute I had to fly to New York. That's why I'm in this hotel room. And I kind of have my like travel, and you know your super hydrator. My favorite primers to use. So like I love to have like a glow, you know, so that you don't look like too matted and too cakey. So I'll start with the super hydrator, and then I do everything with my hands because I feel like the warmth of my fingers just makes everything sit much nicer. I kind of mix a foundation depending on my color, if I've had sun, if I'm tanned, or now I'm trying to stay out of the sun, so I'm a lot pale than usual.
Yeah.
I do a very light base, and then another thing that I picked up from you is the Clé de Peau concealers, which are like amazing.
Yeah, so good. Sometimes it just hides everything. If you mix that with the super, exactly. You can use it to spot treat everywhere, right?
And then I just do a little concealer, and I love a lip tint. And what else? It's super simple, my routine. I mean, for summer, like, it's all about keeping my luggage as small as possible. I tint my lashes because where I'm going for summer, it's definitely like a beach, and I don't want to have to deal with like mascara dripping. So I tint my lashes. I don't have to put mascara on. Other trick.
Do you do anything to your brows? Do you do microblading?
Thank
like
you.
You have brows?
I don't. I usually just use like a gel. Yeah, I don't really have anything in my brow right now. I used to pluck the shit out of my brows when I was younger, and thank God I grew back.
Same.
But no, my brows, thank God I don't have to do too much to them. What else? I like to do
Lipstick, blush. Someone's asking what's your lipstick and blush
What my
now.
lipstick? I used this Armani lip stain and the lip pencil by I've forgotten the name now. I used like the same color as my lip or the tint and just like line my lips a little bit.
Have there been any like amazing beauty tips that you've picked up from the best makeup artists around the world? Because that's who you always work with.
Charlotte
Makeup and
her products are amazing too, for like photo shoots and for real life. So that's what was your question before that?
Are there any any great beauty tips that you've ever learned? You know, like did a makeup artist tell you like this is what you do? Because one told me to mix eyeshadow with clear brow gel in the color I want, and then I can put on my brows, because my hair color now is so different that it's hard to find a brow pencil. So she was, look, eyeshadows come in so many different shades. If you take the brush tip and put it in clear gel and then rub it over the eyeshadow, then you could put on your brows. Like, do you have any tips like that you've ever learned that you utilize every day?
Every day. Like if I don't have to wear makeup, I really love to just have bare skin so that my skin can, but yeah, tricks. I love products that can be multiple things, like a cream blush that can be an eyeshadow, that can be a lip lip tint as well. Tricks.
Well, you think about it, we'll go back to it real quick later. But and someone's asking what SPF you're wearing. What's your favorite sunscreen?
I use one from a dermatologist that I have seen for many years here in New York. And then you have a really amazing one too. To get my hands on, by the way.
The Multimodal Defender. This one actually will correct past sun damage. So if you, like you and I used to love the sun, and I would love, like I used to get tan all the time, but this will correct the past sun damage and protect you from UVA, UVB, blue light, infrared. It's got this like amazing buttery texture. I was at the beach yesterday, just putting it on all over because it's like buttery. But that's a must. That's what Candy said, like every day. Oh,
my
code
thing
got
with,
fixed. Okay,
you know, I have quite an oily skin, so using SPF sometimes makes me break out, but you know, it's kind of.
I'm working on an oil-free one just for you. Yes, an invisible one. Someone asked, how do you, I'm going to send you some, because you're my guinea pig. You're my number one. Someone asked, how do you feel confident, like how to feel more confident in a bikini? We're Tropic of Sea. I mean, you guys, seriously, I'm in my 50s. And I would never, I mean, I was so embarrassed to wear bathing suits for a period, probably between the time I was like in my early 40s on, I gained a lot of weight. And really when Candy started Tropic of Sea and I put on the sea suit, I literally was just like, okay, this is holding everything in. A woman in her 50s can wear, oh, I just got sunscreen on it, but it washes right off. Or a girl in her 20s can wear it. And I wear this under my business suits. I wear it to the beach. I think I have every color, right? I have leopard, I have red. Let's see what other color.
But to feel confident, I mean, first of all, yes, have a bathing suit that you feel, you know, holds you in and accentuates your body in the right way.
Wait, you just got muted. Can we hear you?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have any tips to grow eyelashes?
To grow eyelashes? No, I want to grow mine.
Eat biotin rich foods. Mushrooms. I'm telling you guys, eat mushrooms. Eat foods like avocado that's rich in B12. It really helps your hair and skin and nails. or even just take a biotin supplement, but don't take too often because it's really rough on your kidney. So it's best to get it from food.
Lash
Asparagus.
serums.
I just discovered one called Nulastin that I saw on an Instagram ad. Have you heard of that?
Mine have used them before and they actually work, but it's something that you have to do every day. And I'm like one of those people that's just like scrambling and doing the least.
You have 2 kids. I mean, it's hard. People don't realize, you know, hands-on, 2 little kids, running a business, and your other like your actual moneymaker, like being a model still, that's supporting everything that you're doing, all your passions.
It's like you get on, like people are like, oh, can you make this thing? And I'm like, I haven't been able to do like any upkeep. I haven't done my nails. I haven't had a facial. Like, struggle is real, girl. Thank God for sun.
What is your favorite facial? Someone had actually asked. What would be your favorite facial?
So because I have oily skin, I have to do like ideally once a month extraction facials, which is like not fun at all.
Yeah.
Because they basically squeeze every pore on your entire face. And I look crazy for like 2 days. Once it's healed, it's like porcelain, like no pores. I love microdermabrasion. That's really keep, you know, the texture of my skin smooth over the years. I even like I bought my own device. So because,
for microderm, you do it yourself?
I mean, you know, you have to know how to use it because you can like hurt yourself. So
right.
But it's kind of like that suction device with the, it's like a sandpapery thing, and takes the first layers of your skin off basically. So for me, I think what works is having, you know, always exfoliating, and just trying to keep the skin as hydrated as possible. I like can't go to sleep without putting an eye cream on. Like I'm one of the like get in bed and like I'd forgotten it, and I'll be like, you forgot your eye cream. And I can't.
Put it next to your bed. Put it next to your bed. I literally will put the barrier, the overnight mask, and an eye cream next to my bed because it's the last things I slather on my face.
That's the other product that I got from you is the Clé de Peau eye cream. That was amazing.
Yes. Amazing. The best eye cream. Yes, I love it too. And someone was asking the very last part about self-confidence. You got muted. Can you repeat that really quick?
Self-confidence. I mean, for me, like nothing works better than, you know, regularly working out, taking care of your body, just like moisturizing your skin, making sure your skin is smooth and hydrated. But yeah, like I don't feel good being on a shoot or going to the beach if I haven't been working out, you know, at least twice a week or doing something.
How often do you work out? Someone asked. How often and what do you do?
With kids, girl, it's like a whole different ball game. You know, back in the day, like with the Victoria's Secret shows and everything, basically like being an athlete. So in the past, I was even just working was a workout because I was like contorting every day and like really engaging my muscles daily and working out at least 3 times a week. And then if it was like the show, it would be like a month of full on working out. But since kids, I mean, my kids keep me in shape because they're so active and they want to play and swim and run around. But now I have to like trick myself into working out. So I like, what I do is leave a yoga mat on the floor somewhere in my house with like the ankle weights, and I have your bands as well. Those bands.
Yes, I always have.
And so I'll be doing things around the house and business calls and, you know, playing with my kids, and I'll start stretching on the yoga mat just to like be calm and like do some yoga moves. And then I kind of like get into it, and I'll be like, okay, let me like start doing some squats and put the ankle weights on. So if I don't like, I can't schedule it now, because I'll be like, the night before I'll have like anxiety about it. So yeah, I have to like trick myself into working out these days.
I do that. I work out in my room now because I have my mat out, my weights. I wake up and it's right in front of my face. I'm like,
just like
okay,
sit on your mat and have like a calm Zen moment. It kind of inspires me to like to get into the workout. And for me, I don't do cardio because I get too thin. It's about weight training,
right?
And with weight training, you know, it's all about slower movements and engaging all the muscle groups. I also.
And you were a ballerina. You were a ballerina. Most of my followers probably don't realize, like, you were an athlete, weren't you? You did ballet. I remember watching you on an Instagram show. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I grew up. My mom was a dance teacher and modern dance, but I started doing ballet about 3 years old, and stopped when I started modeling around 15. But it really formed my body in a weird way, because if you do a specific sport from that age, you know, like even my feet, like when I model, it's like ballet feet. Like if I'm doing like a cooler shoot where I have to be like a little bit more boyish, like I have to mentally, like, I'm like telling my feet not to point. Okay.
It's like muscle memory, right? It's your muscle memory.
Yeah,
just
so I'm lucky enough that I spent so many years of my younger life training and focusing and being so physical that my muscle memory is really good. So it, you know, I'll like a week or two of tricking myself into working out, I'll be back in shape quite quickly.
I love these tops. I love these like, you're adding so many unique different details. So you guys, I've been just pinning different products that I love, and some of them I see are on like an incredible deal. Like that top, I just put one in my cart because it was that one, that the top that you can wear over all the different suits, that like a collar top, and it's like $35 right now. Do not miss out. I don't know if it's only for our live, so you better get on it. And then that other top I just pinned, the Paya crisscross bathing suit top, is only $54, down from like 100 and something. So this is the time to grab them. Someone just asked, where do you get your what kind of protein shakes do you get?
Forgot what I was using before, but I switched to one recently that is it's basically the heaviest mass gaining protein shake. I don't recall the brand, but yeah, as I've gotten older, you know, just life and running around, I definitely need to focus on that daily, and like, you know, it helps me my muscle as well, because I lose as fast as I gain it, I lose it at the same time. So.
Oh, look at this skirt, guys. It's $60 down from $100. I don't know if the code works on top of that, but you guys should try it. And I don't know if this discount is only during our live, so you guys should definitely get that. Because I love wearing these little skirts over things on the beach. You just pull it on, you can go straight to lunch, which I've been doing here. It's so fun. And then someone asked, what is your favorite fragrance?
Ooh, I have a couple that I really like. I've been wearing, I mean, this is quite a secret to give, you know?
I know. Don't tell the mixes. Like, you just say one, because I'll always say just one I use, but I mix a bunch of stuff and I'll say them all. Oh, the code works on the sales item too, guys. Get on this right away. What a deal. Like, this is already 40% off. You're going to get another 20% off. This, how do you pronounce that? Exhibi skirt?
Bebe.
In midnight?
This is a funny story because it's a Zulu word, because I grew up in the Zulu, rural Zulu area in South Africa. And sometimes, you know, I'll be looking at all the line sheets of everything and we have to name everything, like the colors, the styles, and like sometimes you're so hard to think of what to name things. So I call my mom. I'm like, help me naming some of these things, and she comes up with all sorts of interesting words. So that's a Zulu word.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
What does it mean? So fun. And then someone asked your favorite beach.
My favorite beach, one where there's no people on it.
Yes, exactly. And then someone, will you ever do
yeah, well, we
menswear?
just did. You know, I just launched during Pride some Speedos that was by one of my best friends and a photographer that I work with a lot, Edu. It's kind of a Brazilian style, so it's for the brave. But yeah, that was kind of like our introduction into men's, because a lot of people ask about men's.
For sure.
And so yeah, that's gonna be, you know, I'll definitely evolve it into shorts, and but it's cute with the matching prints of the girls' costumes, and one day I'd love to do kids and the whole thing. So
I know, that's cute. And then someone said body products, please. Let me pin, I know Candy's favorite body product. Let me pin it right now.
hydrating compound. I remember I was like in my bathroom and you'd sent me a bunch of the resurfacing compound. I was like, I don't want to like expire. Yeah. So I was like, let me just put them all over my body.
It's so good, right? It makes it so smooth, like elbows, knees. She's talking about the face compound that I had pinned earlier. If you go to our store, you'll see everything we're talking about from both Tropic of Sea and You Beauty. And then, but also the arm sculpt is so amazing because it's actually shown to double the tightening and toning of the skin when you combine it with working out. And so, like, let's say you just worked out, or some people who only use the sculpt. But the third sampling during our clinical test, people who use the sculpt every day plus worked out every day saw double the toning effect. Only the skin. Nothing's going to make you skinnier or fatter. This beauty products can only help the texture of the skin. You don't have to work out.
After past 30s, it's like, you know, you have to treat your body as you do your face, you know. So
because your neck ages.
I know, like the knees, the thighs.
The knees. Oh my God. Everything. And it's not about the weight, right? It's literally just the skin. It doesn't matter. So, okay, guys. Well, we're going on a long time. Candy's got to run, I know. And this has been so fun. We're going to save this live. And remember the codes. I'm going to tell you one more time. The code for Tropic of Sea, it works on the sale, and it works on, if you just put that into the cart, you can actually put the promo code into Instagram. You could do one-stop shopping. The code for Tropic of C is TOCXUB, and then the code for You Beauty is UB20TOC. Can you buy Tropic of C in Spain?
Yes, worldwide.
I think so, no? Go to tropicofc.com. When you buy through Instagram, it only ships within the US, but if you want to shop Tropic of C and ship all over the world, go to tropicofc.com. I love you, Candy. This was so fun.
Often.
I know. We got to do this more often. Seriously. We should travel. Let's come back to Portugal together. I'm going to find us Dos Marques. I speak Portuguese.
Portugal. I'll translate for you.
All right. Exactly. I need a translator. I need a wing woman. I need a beautiful 6 foot tall wing woman to like be able to see over the crowds and pull them out for me. So I love you. Thank you so much. I'm going to save this and have a great time in New York.
Bye,
and I'll
everyone.
talk to you soon. Bye, guys.